The Mavericks signed JaVale McGee to be their starting center, and then just a year later, they released him. He wasn't just signed to a random deal with him coming off the bench, they gave him a 3-year contract. But things didn't go as planned. About a month into the season, he fell out of the rotation. He was averaging just 4 points a game, and Dallas missed the playoffs even after signing Kyrie Irving. So this looks like an attempt on their part to better their roster. I first want to look into if it was worth it to let him go. Number one, I think he's a solid player. He knows his role, he doesn't ball hog, he does what he's supposed to do, and he'll come off the bench if he's asked to. And I think he's a great role player for any NBA team. However, the contract that Dallas gave him was a 3-year contract worth $17 million. And I think with incentives and everything else, it was closer to $20 million. So with that type of money being given to JaVale McGee, I think Dallas expected more out of him. And obviously with high expectations, if those expectations are not met, then the team is going to be disappointed, which is exactly what happened. So I guess I can't blame them for letting him go, but I also wish that they kept his age in mind when they signed him. I don't think at this point he's a starter. He can play good minutes off the bench. He shouldn't have been a starter. But anyways, expectations were not met, and so he was released. However, this isn't the end of his NBA journey. Even though things didn't work out with Dallas, the Sacramento Kings did pick him up on a 1-year deal. And I'm happy for him, because I know that he can still contribute off the bench. His defense is still good, he can contend shots, and when your starters are resting and you have somebody like JaVale out there playing defense, that is giving the team a little bit of ease, knowing that, okay, he's going to be defending, he's going to be contending and blocking shots, and then when the starters are ready, you can just pull them back out and put the starters back in. And I think that's a great role player right there. If I have this thought, then I'm guessing that Sacramento does too. He is somewhat valuable. And so I think that he's probably going to get more than the veterans minimum as well. But it definitely shouldn't be more than $4 or $5 million a year. And I don't know if they plan on extending him past his 1-year deal. Him being age 35, I see him having to work and fight a little bit harder for his minutes too. But again, he's 35 years old. And so I also see this as him kind of slowly winding down his NBA career. This is what players do, these little smaller 1-year deals. They make a little bit less money per season, but this is a way to kind of wind down your NBA career. And I think that's what's happening with JaVale right now. And honestly, I think it's a good thing. He deserves to be noticed, but he also deserves a soft end to his NBA career. One thing that people don't notice is that he's had a redemption in the NBA. If you think back to a few years ago when Shaqtin' a Fool was very popular, JaVale McGee was always on that show. And if you've never seen it, pretty much it's where they show sports highlights for people messing up and doing the wrong thing. And it's supposed to be a comedy type of show. And JaVale was always on there. They would show highlights of him where he would be missing dunks and he'll try to attempt a behind the back pass and it would go so wrong. He was doing these dumb little things here and there, just making mistakes on the court, and he would be on that show a lot and nobody ever took him seriously because of it. And I think that really overshadowed how good he was, because he was a pretty good player back in the day. People forget that he won back-to-back titles in Golden State, and then he won a 3rd title with the Lakers too, so he's a 3-time champion as well. In fact, I really liked him and Dwight a lot on the Lakers, and they don't get enough credit for that. Signing him and Dwight to be on the Lakers, both of them shared minutes at the center position for the entire season, and that really helped AD, save his energy on defense so that he could be more, he could do more on offense too. So I think JaVale and Dwight are the heroes of that season. They don't get the credit. I know towards the end of that season, and especially in the finals, JaVale didn't get much playing time at all, but I think he was a crucial player for the Lakers that season, and I'm here to give him credit for that. So it's unfortunate that him and Dallas didn't work out, but it's good to know that his NBA career isn't over yet. Just how much he's going to give to Sacramento is in the air, but I do think that he can come off the bench, play some valuable minutes while their starters rest, and then provide leadership off the court too. So those are my thoughts. I would love to hear your thoughts as well. So let me know what you think about Dallas Dallas releasing JaVale, and then Sacramento picking him up. But that's all I have for today, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Peace.